Hello everybody, welcome back to Waffles RC. Yes, I missed a week, but I had my chief editor, as you will see right here, had to have surgery, so we had to take care of him, and that was more important than making a YouTube video. So sorry to you guys, but you know, we got to take care of our animals. So what are we doing in this video? Because yeah, it's finished, as you can see. So I'll put some footage right here of me assembling it, doing a few things to it, but I tried filming a few things, but it just wasn't really good enough, but I'll put that all right here. And welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. So now that this is all done, I'll give you guys a little quick walk around on it. So as you can see, the things that have changed since you last saw it. We have headlights, grill, got skid plate, and that's just shined up metal. That is not painted. I just use a Scotch-Brite, and you know, it's nice and shiny. I kind of like it. Also added a light bar, and we have the brake lights in here, which if I remember correctly, that one doesn't work. The only other thing that I have done to this is I got new steering linkages from these little plastic things. These are made of titanium, and I have them on both sides, and I found those online from a small company in the UK called Center of Gravity Radio Control. As you can see, really quality stuff, honestly. The ends did come with pivot balls in them, but you were able to pop these out and use the stock ones, so you can choose whichever one you want. He does a lot of these links for the IFS kit, which is the IFS 2 kit, which is what is on this thing. And they bolted right up, and I was just really worried about how long these were going to last. So I'm really glad that I got those. So we will put his stickers on this car because I liked them and I want to support a small company that makes good quality parts. So as you saw in the video, also the front end kept dipping and sagging and the front end seemed really soft. The adjusters for the coilovers are turned all the way down, giving it its full height, and it was still sitting pretty much bottomed out. So what I did, don't know how well you can see it, but in here I added a spring onto the shaft itself because it was just bottoming out the entire time. And now I need to put thicker oil in the coilovers. One thing that you did not see in the video, probably because I will be cutting it out, was yeah, I already crashed it. See, even brand new builds are susceptible to crashing them. But that's what happens when you use these things. You crash. And I now understand why you don't use 3D printed bodies for essentially a basher. So we're just gonna keep duct taping it because that's what's holding it together right now is duct tape. I did put some glue in there, but you know, essentially it is what it is. There's only so much I can do. These things are going to get scratched and crashed, and well, you can tell all of them are scratched and crashed because I use them, and that's what these things are for. So now that this is done, I will get some running footage because next weekend, I believe when this video comes out, next weekend is RC Fest up at Folsom Lake. I'll put a link to it down in the description. If you are able to make it out there, I will be there on Saturday all day, and I have to figure out what I can bring because if I'm going to be by myself, I have too many. But luckily I have a semi and a trailer, so I can tow a lot of stuff. And yes, the semi will be there. But we will put this one away because running footage will come at RC Fest. See how well it does out there. So what am I going to do next now, you ask? Because that's done. Yep, it's one of those videos. Maintenance. And by maintenance, I mean not the bag. By maintenance, I mean the semi. Yeah, someone blew out another motor doing fun stuff with an RC.
Oh, it's tipping.
It's not going forward. We're too fast. I'm not going forward. Start hurting people.
It's heavily leaning.
I can't go forward. Torrance, let go of me.
It didn't work when I tried to line up 6 people, including myself. Wound up frying another motor. So I'm done frying motors. The dual motor setup is going away. So instead of just doing one little crawler motor, I found it's the Hobbywing Quick Run Fusion 8. It's a bigger motor, bigger shaft, so I have to put a new transmission in there to make this thing work. And the goal is to hopefully make it work. I'm also, while I'm doing this, going to attempt to do my first live. So if you've seen the live, then that means it worked. If you haven't seen the live, go back and watch it if it's there. If it's not there, then I failed. Figured I'd give it a shot, see if anybody shows up, but I'll get that set up and give that a try while we are putting a new motor and transmission in the semi. All right, everybody. Probably can't see because of all this stuff, but we do have our new single motor and transmission inside of the semi. I don't know if I said it yesterday, but I burned up the motors. So on the live, my very first live that I ever did, which did go very well. So thank you all for everybody who joined. Gonna try and make that a regular thing. Just have to figure out scheduling, obviously. But we got rid of dual motors and just went with a single motor. It does work. We towed my wife with it, so we know that it works. Everything drives, and it's doing really good. So this thing is ready for our Sea Fest. Gonna have to go through and do a couple of different ones to get them ready for our Sea Fest. Maintenance videos never do very good, so I will do that off camera. But next week, you guys will see the start of another project. Did give a bit of a teaser. Didn't get too much of a teaser, but I did that on purpose. You guys will see what it's going to be next week. So thank you all for watching. Sorry this video is kind of all over the place. Kind of how life is sometimes. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. If you want to get some merch, got hats. I'm wearing Black Sheep Chassis shirt. You can go to Black Sheep Chassis, get you a new chassis or a t-shirt or stickers, or I would get a chassis. We have shirts, hats, sweaters, even though it's now 75 degrees out. So thank you all for watching. We will see you next week.